Hey everybody, quick collection update. We're going to go over some of the pieces that have been lent out to me, and then some of the other pieces that I've purchased in the past couple weeks, and kind of give you an overview of those. First, let's start with the Crystal Tie Ox by Clown Orange. So this has stainless steel plates. This is on loan from Mel at EDC Fidget. You can see, I don't know how they do this process necessarily, but it is a really cool effect that it has on the titanium, and gives it this kind of interesting texture that almost feels just like soft crumpled paper or something. I don't know how to explain it. Her setup, and I didn't want to mess with it, but she still has the little balls that they come with in there. So usually when you get an ox, it'll have little balls in the center spot that kind of rattle as you use it. And so you can hear it ever so slightly kind of vibrating in there. And I don't know if she has like sound deadeners in there, but we're going to kind of leave it be. But it's a very quiet slider. Really cool look. I'm not sure that it compares necessarily to the carbon fiber and the lightweightness of the body. This is still pretty lightweight comparatively, but when you have those stainless steel plates, you can really use all the cutting of weight in other places, as you can use as much as possible. So Crystal Tie Ox, thank you Mel for letting me try that out. This is the, I can't even imagine, rich fortune coin, something like that, from Gao, G-A-O. This thing is magnetic and mechanical. So it's an aluminum body, and then this kind of, I think it's palm material. It's like a hard plastic. It's got a ball and track in the middle, and then, whoops, magnets on these outer edges. So it gives this really interesting crunch. I'm sure you can hear. It's a little hard to push, and I'll be honest, I haven't messed around with it too much to maybe put some weaker magnets in there. I did put some slide tape on there that it came with. It also gets kind of like hung up every now and then, because you can see it's not super sturdy. The middle piece that's in there will get kind of like jammed, because it can kind of come not off the tracks, but just you can just feel it catch every now and then. But overall, it's kind of a unique piece in that it doesn't sound like anything else I have. So, interesting. Hurts your hand a little bit after a while because it's a little hard to push, but that is the Rich Fortune Cookie Crumble. Anyway, it's Gao. It's aluminum. It's fine. Speaking of Gao, here's something terrible though. Usually Gao at least has something redeeming about a product. This is one of their plastic versions. It's a spinner slider. And this thing's just not good really any way you slice it. Doesn't spin very well, as you can see. There are bearings in there, ball bearings, which you can take out, and I'm going to do, and I'm going to regret it, but we're going to do it. And you can put it back together. And it spins a little bit. And slides even worse. Yeah. Come on, baby. Yeah. This is a rough one. So the center has the spot for the larger balls, and then the smaller ones on the outside track, and then you gotta try to get it together without it. Wow, just like that. It is kind of interesting that they leave enough space in those tracks for the balls to slide back and forth. I mean, that's obviously what's keeping it from having any sort of long spin. Which ultimately doesn't really make sense why they combined these two then. Because it just kills it right away. I don't know. I don't have the energy to talk about that one anymore. This guy, this is the blueberry ice cream sandwich, I think, from Fidget Syndicate. I really hated this thing immediately. It's still not my best friend by any means. There is some redeeming quality to it that I haven't figured out yet. It's very soft magnets, so you can't do anything too crazy, but it's got a really nice subtle crunch to it that I like. But you'll see there's barely any pressure. Okay. You'll get that to pop off every now and then. So I really, see, sometimes it just like falls off. The magnets are very weak. Really didn't want to like this guy, but now it's kind of growing on me. There's a lot of hype around these. They were coming with COAs at first, which is a certificate of authenticity. And I thought, what the fuck are these things? Why are they getting a COA? Are people desperate to copy the design? I still don't totally understand that. Maybe it's just like a nice to have. It kind of adds a little bit of premiere feel to a piece. I don't know. I haven't figured this one out yet. I haven't cracked the code on this. It's not perfect by any means, because that's happening all the time. You're fidgeting, it's flying off. So it's not a trick slider or anything like that, but it is like a sit on the couch and just be very, maybe not, very deliberate and careful. Yeah, not sure on this guy yet. What do we got here? A little piece of cardboard. Another guy I'm not sure on yet. I've added stainless steel balls in this. It came with like a ceramic. Just wish this camera would focus. So there is a little more sound to it now. I think when I took it out of the box in the unboxing, it kind of only made sound in one direction, which it still isn't perfect. Like, you get that ting on that side, nothing. Bam, nothing. So I don't know why that is. Why you're getting sound in one direction, not the other. I love the comfort of this piece, and it just feels nice to hold and do this, but it's just such an odd piece. I don't know if I can keep it around, but we'll see. It's super nice in this material, at least, because it's super lightweight. It's a little more what's the word I'm looking for? Pocketable. So that's kind of nice. Just an odd design. Very odd. I know I have the energy of like a wet towel right now. Here is the little Fidget Boy head. Mel sent me this to check out. So he's printing these as like little desk decorations. Or you can decorate your fidget shelf. That's pretty cool though. I like that he's doing that kind of stuff. I like that. We'll come back to more Fidget Boy stuff in a minute. This I showed in a previous video. The Creation slider by WJ. They also did the Brownie. I was not sold on this guy because I couldn't get a good sound out of it. I took it apart. There's a lot of ways you can customize this. There's like, when you open this up, you can see that there are two tracks there, but there's also two inner tracks that will just glide the entire path of this track, and then right at the end, pop. But just two little balls in there. You can kind of hear them hit right at the end. So yeah, that's with it tuned, and I think it is a keeper after that. Really good sound. So that is a Creation by WJ. I don't know if I talked about this guy yet. I got the Ultim Super X with Zerk plates. That is my Zerk with stainless steel plates. So this one, if you can see inside of there, the problem they were having with Ultim before, Magnus was trying to make Ultim, but the plates would crack because the screws were screwing into the Ultim. Now, this little piece slides into 2 grooves so that it can't be pulled out, and then the screws screw into that. Aha! That was the design that made Ultim finally possible again for Magnus. There's a lot of kind of hate around the Super X and its inability to move. And I will say it again and again, and it's with every Magnus slider out there. The moment you get it, take it out of the box, get rid of the O-rings, and put in magnets that are not so fucking strong. N52s are going to ruin your plates, okay? It's not fun. It's not fun to push. You can't do any goddamn tricks. It is impossible to enjoy. Look at that. These plates move as smooth as butter. Somebody asked me the other day, because I have my Coral running one side stainless steel and one side Zerk plates. They were worried it was going to scratch. I'll tell you why it's not going to scratch. Because my magnets aren't so strong. I put weaker magnets in there, and it is a perfect slider. Alright? This one is phenomenal. The plates are never going to gunk up. Right? People always say that Zerk plates will lock up. The more strength there is in the magnet, the more friction you're going to have on the plates, the faster they're going to lock up. Alright? Same with stainless steel. This thing has been moving like butter since the day I got it. Alright? Lastly, we've got the Fidget Boy stuff. Here's the Level Up Boy. Mel traded me my original OG colorway SNES controller for this kind of hyper color one with pinks and purples and blues and yellows. That's it. I named all the colors that were on there. This thing is really cool, and I was skeptical at first because of the shape, and there is a little awkwardness to it, but once you get a good groove going with it, it's really nice. And that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4 click, which is cool too. And then Mel made like kind of a PSA about this already, but these are both crunchy Fidget Boys. This one has encapsulated magnets, and this one is a 2-piece. See, that was glued together. And I don't know if the sound will come through. Both considered crunchy, but you heard the difference, I hope. This one is a bit quieter. It has a quieter slide. And this is a silent, just for reference. Okay. So this is the 2-piece crunchy. Almost falls somewhere between. It feels like middle of the road between silent I guess that's the end of the video. Anyway, if you get the encapsulated, it's going to be crunchier. That's this one. Okay, it's all one piece. If you get this one, and you can tell it's 2 pieces, you're going to get a quieter crunch. This one's beautiful, by the way. This was the mermaid fidget boy. So it's got these kind of see-through sparkly plates, really killer neon colors, and I love it. But now I've got to go collect the other pieces of it. So that's it. Thank you, everybody. And I promise I'm going to come back with more energy next time. It's late, but goddamn, look at all these fidgets. I had to do something. I had to say something. All right. Have a good one.